The town was very, very old. The houses were small, with roofs that seemed to touch the sky. The streets were narrow, winding like a maze. Cobblestones lay everywhere, making each step a journey back in time. Arjun lived here, in this ancient town filled with stories. He was a curious boy, always eager to learn and discover new things. He loved to explore every nook and cranny of the town, finding joy in the smallest details.
One day I was exploring, as I often did. The sun was shining, casting a warm glow on the cobblestones. I went down a street I had never seen before. It was hidden away, almost like a secret. I saw a shop at the end of the street. It was small and dusty with a sign that read, "Antiques." The windows were foggy, and it looked like it hadn't been visited in years.
Arjun went inside, his heart pounding with excitement and curiosity. The shop was crammed with things, every inch filled with objects from the past. There were old books with yellowed pages and toys that seemed to have a life of their own. There were vases with intricate designs and paintings that told stories of a bygone era. Arjun had never seen so many interesting things in one place. He felt like he had stepped into another world. Suddenly he heard a noise. A man was watching him from behind a counter, his eyes twinkling with amusement. The man was very old, with wrinkles that told stories of their own. He had a long white beard that flowed like a river, and he smiled warmly at Arjun, as if he had been expecting him all along.
Hello, I'm Mr. Viraj. Welcome to my shop. Please come in and have a look around.
Hello, you have so many things, it's amazing.
Yes, I have been collecting things for a long time. Each item has a story.
Arjun saw something interesting. It was on a shelf behind the counter. It was a clock, but it was a very strange clock, unlike any he had seen.
What's that?
That is a special clock. It is a clock that tells time differently, in a very unique way.
Arjun was curious. He had always been fascinated by old, mysterious objects, and this shop was full of them. But one item in particular caught his eye. He went closer to the clock. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before, with intricate designs and an aura of mystery surrounding it. He wanted to see it better. The clock seemed to be calling out to him, urging him to come closer and discover its secrets.
Can I touch it? Arjun asked, his voice filled with a mix of excitement and hesitation.
No, it is very delicate, the shopkeeper warned, his eyes narrowing as he watched Arjun closely.
Arjun reached out. He couldn't help himself. The clock seemed to have a magnetic pull, drawing him in. He had to touch it. His curiosity was too strong to resist. His fingers brushed against the clock's cold surface. It felt strangely alive, as if it was responding to his touch. Suddenly the shop felt different. The air felt cold. Arjun felt strange. He felt dizzy. He closed his eyes. The world around him seemed to shift and change. When he opened his eyes, everything was different. The shop was gone, replaced by an entirely new scene. He was no longer in the shop, he was outside. The transition was so sudden it left him disoriented. He was on the street, but something was wrong. The street was different, the people were different. They were dressed in old-fashioned clothes, and the buildings looked like they belonged to another era. Arjun realized he had been transported to a different time. Arjun was confused. He stood in the middle of the bustling street, feeling completely out of place. He didn't understand what just happened. He felt scared, his heart racing as he tried to make sense of the chaos around him. Then out of the corner of his eye, he saw a boy running towards him, weaving through the crowd with surprising speed. The boy bumped into him with such force that Arjun lost his balance and fell down, hitting the ground hard.
Hey, watch where you're going! The voice was loud and angry, cutting through the noise of the street.
The boy laughed and ran away, disappearing into the crowd. Arjun was angry and frustrated. He wished he could go back, wished he could stop the boy from bumping into him. The regret gnawed at him. Suddenly, Arjun felt a tingling in his pocket, a strange sensation that made him pause. He reached into his pocket and felt something cold and smooth, something that definitely wasn't there before. It was a small pocket watch. He pulled it out, examining it closely. The watch was ticking, but it was ticking backward. The hands moved in reverse, defying all logic. Arjun stared at it, completely puzzled. How could this be possible? How could a watch tick backward? He wondered if this strange watch held the key to undoing his regret. To be continued in the next section.